we want to look at agriculture. You know what we do here. We close our eyes and pick any aspect of the economy and of this economy, and we bring in Alhaji Shu'aibu to come and discuss with us. Today we have just decided to look at agriculture, and we believe our Baba is going to do justice to us, because we have been receiving call from every angle, even within and outside the country, that the promise we jokingly made about bringing Baba to discuss about seedlings, because we want to look at our own Aboriginal seeds. So, Baba, today we have a good catch. That's the assurance I'm giving our listeners. You're going to have your barrow and paper aside, because Baba is going to give you a consultancy service this bright and promising Thursday morning. Baba, you're welcome to the program.
Good morning. Number one, I'm not an agricultural scientist. I study political science with emphasis on international affairs, specializing in conflicts and resolutions.
Yes.
I'm more or less a military scientist, but not a soldier. But we study military science with the perspective of equipment, warhead, armaments. In fact, I'm more at home watching the Chinese Xi Jinping rolling out his capacity, men, equipment, and a lot of equipment and a lot of men on Tiananmen Square yesterday.
The military world is a world of its own. That if you step into that world, you
but within the military science, you have to look at agriculture as an item that support the fighting military might. You can't be an army without agriculture, without food.
Yes. Man must work.
So, for you to jack me into this program, I will do my little best. But there are specialists in agriculture, science, the science community, whose specialization is on agrobiodiversity, seedlings, and the genetic modification of animals and species.
Okay, let me let the public know one of the reasons why I have to drag you into this program to discuss this. Number one, we specifically want to look at Badeggi. Everybody know the history of Badeggi when it comes to rice production. Yes, and coincidentally, you are from Badeggi, an Aboriginal Badeggi man, and we want to look at Aboriginal rice seeds. Yes, yes. So, Baba, very quickly, without wasting much of our time, how do you look at the Aboriginal rice
before we go to rice and rice seedlings? Let me look at the literature and then the environment of biodiversity that create this concept of bringing science into farming and then looking at seeds, because without seeds you can't be talking of agriculture. You have to plant something. So we are looking at science and the politics of agriculture. Some scientists and the ecologists argue that humans are in midst of an extinction crisis. The sixth wave of extinctions over the past 500 million years, but this one facilitates in part by humans. Extinction is a natural phenomenon, but the rate of extinction is not. Scientists estimate we are now losing species at 1,000 to 10,000 times the natural background rate, with literally doesn't going extinct every day. Human activities are wiping out the natural ecology to the fact that even we, the humans, were in the process of driving ourselves away out of the existence.
Because of what we consume?
Because of our behavior. Because of our burning the fossil fuel. Climate change, global warming, storms, and then when you talk of climate change, the dry season become longer, the rainy season shorter, amount of rain slow, and then
even our lifespan.
These activities is threatening human existence. One day, the planet of Earth will be dry place like Mars, and there won't be anybody. But the planet will be there, unless you have a celestial catastrophe, whereby the planet system, the planetary system, goes out of control, and probably we're going to extinction, and the new worlds will be born. Are you looking at it from that base?
Very much.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Through photosynthesis, plants provide the oxygen we breathe and the food we eat, the foundation of most life on Earth. They are also the source of a majority of medicines in use today. Of the more than 900,000 known species of plant, the International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources estimates that about 68% of the 13,000 plant species it had identified are threatened with extinction. Among those making a case for considering genetic intervention in this arena is a group of biologists from Idaho State University who have suggested three options to what they call facilitated adaptation. Create hybrids by breeding a threatened plant or animal with another of the same species but from a population with better natural defenses against the threat. I hope you are listening to me.
Very much well.
Use gene modification to make the strengths of one population and add it to the another of the same species. Use traits from an unrelated species and add it to the threatened species referred to as transgenic breeding. Are you with me?
Very much well.
The scientists also highlight the limitations and the yellow flags. The genetic techniques work best when a desired trait resistance to a particular disease, for example, is controlled by a small number of genes. Inserting a large number of genes raises the complexity of breeding operations and increases the chance of unintended consequences. That is the danger. Unintended consequences. Others also point out that there are no guarantee that the new gene variant won't eventually develop vulnerability to a particular threat or threats. Regardless, the idea of using GM technology, genetic manipulation technology, in defense of a plant is not new. One of the best known examples is the successful effort in 1990s to save Hawaii papaya industry. It was devastated by ring spot virus, which first showed up in the 1950s but spread through the islands in the following decades. Researchers used genetic materials from the virus to reinvigorate the rainbow papaya, which resists ring spot and now represents nearly 80% of the state's papaya crop. More recently, attention has focused both on plants that face current and future threats as well as some that have already been effectively wiped out by disease. In the latter camp, in the American chestnut, a tree that was once a prominent fixture in the forest throughout the eastern United States, trouble came in the 1870s when it believed that a shipment of chestnut seeds from Japan was infected with fungus, Cryphonecteria panastica. Asian chestnut are resistant, American chestnut are not. Within 5 decades, some 3 billion trees were killed by the blight, leaving only saplings that occasionally rise from the soil before being stricken. After 25 years of effort, researchers have developed genetically modified American chestnut that can resist the disease using genetic materials from the wheat. From wheat, the tree makes for an interesting case study in that it is the sort of project restoration of an American icon that I would expect to attract widespread support from the scientific and conservation communities. Biologist William Powell, co-director of American Chestnut Research and Restoration Project. And he said, I think if we can get this tree deregulated and out in a restoration program, you are not going to get any genetically engineered tree out. You cannot argue a better one. Dedicated GMO opponents reject the rescue effort. Richard Smoker campaigned to stop genetically engineered trees. According to him, genetically engineered chestnut and other trees are an unnecessary, undesirable, and hazardous product of technology obsessed mindset that assume genetic codes are like Lego sets that can be engineered to our specifications. The impacts of this engineered chestnut will be completely unpredictable. Anne Peterman, executive director of the Global Justice Ecology Project, says a revived tree will benefit lumber and the paper companies at the expense of the environment. She also criticized suggestion that the American chestnut could provide a source of food, and it is once did in the early Americas. So you see, the whole gamut is full of contradictions, confusions, scientific advancement, because the Environmental Protection Agency in 2015 approved the 3-year large-scale test of a new orange tree and that resists greening using genetic material from spinach. You see, the problem here, you are taking a genetic material from, example, spinach, alefo. You understand? And therefore, the genetic material from spinach, assuming testing goes well, the tree receives regulatory approval, it could hit the market by 2018. And what they're saying here, like all GMO products, it is expected to meet resistance from consumers and from other nations that prohibit importation of GMO crops. Still, in the initiative, the initiative has received qualified support from some voices that have stridently opposed GMO in the past, including Mother Jones. You see, of immediate concern to African consumer and aid groups are two regional staples: the cassava, threatened by bacteria and the fungal disease, and the banana, threatened by banana bacterial wilt. GMO solution have been developed to rescue these foods, but opposition from activist groups have scared government into inaction.
Okay.
Hold on, let me land. Many countries globally face the destruction of the Cavendish banana, the world's most popular banana, which is threatened by tropical race 4 or Panama disease. In December 2015, a group of Dutch researchers released a report including that the devastating disease is responsible for an epidemic affliction banana growers throughout Asia. It also has spread to Australia, New Zealand, Africa, and parts of Middle East. Its eventual spread to Latin America, the heart of banana industry, is considered inevitable, according to researchers. You see, you have a disease, plant disease, that you are solving using another plant that has no relationship whatsoever. You take a gene of cassava, for example, and you take it to that of not even yam. You are taking it to treat a plant deformation or a plant disease of mango. They have no correlation.
They're just causing a crisis there.
So there is a genetic crisis there,
yes,
according to what people and some scientific group are saying. But let me take you more before we go into.
Because are we now they're telling us, giving us the implication of this GMO crops.
No, but
I want you to bring us back
excuse
home.
me. No, wait.
Wait.
Let's go deeper. Wait.
Well, our people want to steal away that knowledge from you. they want to know, because we want many want to come back to our own Aboriginal seeds, so that we can be doing, because most of the problem we are having now, cancer and all the likes, as a result of all these genetically modified crops that we are taking in. So how do we come back to our own local? What are those ingredients in our own local, and how do we reverse back to those ones? And if you are going to plant your own locally, how long do you take, and how do you maintain them? Because this one there, you've talked about having one of our own Aboriginal rice that you say is smaller in nature, and it takes up to 6 months, you said the other day. So people want to know.
Before we go there,
yes,
there was a publication by before we go there, there is a lot of controversy.
Yes.
Why there is controversy over GMO food, but no GMO drugs. There is controversy even on GMO food. Consumers are used to hearing about GMO in food crops, but many are unaware that vital role GMO play in medicine. Most modern biomedical advances rely on the same molecular biology tools that are used to create genetically modified organisms. We call for a ban on the planting of all genetically engineered crops. Our policy is not intended to be applied to biomedical applications. The introduction of commodity genetically modified crops, GMO, in 1996 sparked a fierce backlash from environmental activists and consumers concerned that manipulating nature could lead to potential dire unforeseen consequences. But there was almost no public outcry when the technique of genetic engineering were first developed in the 1970s and used to commercialize pharmaceutical applications such as GMO insulin in 1982. So why does public view crop biotechnology and biomedicine so differently? The public perceives biomedicine more favorably, experts say, because of it directly benefit them by preventing and treating serious diseases that afflict millions of people worldwide. So you look at the science and politics. When it comes to medical advancement, how do you look at GMO? And then how do you look at it when it comes to food items? You are looking at transgenetics, that is moving genes from one animal or plant into another, artificial, and violation of nature order, especially when it comes to something as personal and visceral as food. It is not clear how public will respond to the introduction of CRIPRS, genetic edited crops, which are expected to hit the market in coming years, but the anti-GMO activists are beginning to sound the alarm about the alleged dangers of gene editing as well. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Yet the use of transgenetics in biomedics create a very little controversy. So these are the ground conflicts, or is it a conflict, or whatever it is, and it's require more training or more research. Now, look at this. There is one Professor M.K. Osman of Food and Agriculture. According to him, GMO seed system and GMO security question in Nigeria by Professor M.K. Osman. According to the Professor Osman, are you following me?
Following you.
Am I too?
No.
Oyibo?
No, not Oyibo. Only that I will want, because of time, we want you to, as they are giving us.
No, but I have to give you the literature.
Yeah, you're giving us the
We are
literature.
talking of serious issue.
Very, very serious, very serious.
It's not as simple as our local rice and modern rice.
Yes, I want us, my interest is on our own local.
To wait,
Yes.
let me finish with the literature.
Yes, yeah, go ahead.
Emeka, take time.
Yes, I'm taking my time and I'm listening.
I have received many requests for information on GMO seed and their safety, and I have watched several video clips that criticize GMO. with serious accusations. I decided to update my previous articles on GMO and food security. Over the past 7 years, I've written multiple articles on this subject, and this will be the 5th in the series about GMO, covering their origin threats, biodiversity, and the launch of telomerase and the pod borer cowpea, the first GMO in Nigeria. The goal of this article is not to promote or discredit GMO, but to present facts about the Nigerian seed system, including GMO challenges and the way forward. What is GMO? A genetically modified organism is a byproduct of biotechnology in medicine. Biotechnology has existed for many centuries as a source of innovation. Hitherto, biotechnology was a non-issue or like any other technological breakthrough until it widened its scope to include the latest globally controversial product, a genetically modified organism, GMO, or transgenic organism. This recent status has brought biotechnology to the forefront of contemporary limelight, accompanied by hype and sensationalism, and elevated it to a global product footing on a multilateral agenda. The first stage of biotechnology is breeding crops or animals. The traditionally breeding plants and animals aim to tailor the plant or animal to a particular character or trait improvement. For example, a new crop variety might be bred for drought resistance or disease resistance. Traditional breeding involves using germplasm from a pool of ancestors with the desirable traits of interest and crossing them to produce a progeny that carry the heritability of both parents and exhibit favorable traits from both. Since the progeny carries half of the desired and undesired hereditary characteristics from the parents, they will be passed on. It takes several breeding cycles, back crossing, to eliminate the undesired traits and build on the desired traits. This certainly takes time. The final new plant variety breed of animal, after several years of selection, will have the desired characteristics. Are you with me?
Yes.
Thanks to genetic engineering, which offers the means to breed crops with sexual incompatibility barriers, it also enables the transfer of genes between entirely unrelated organisms, such as bacteria and plants. This cutting-edge technology allows scientists to silence genes in viruses, bacteria, or pests that attack plants or animals, thereby retarding growth and the productivity, or even ultimately killing such organisms. While this incredible innovation can advance the cause of human progress, it can potentially have adverse effects on humanity by prompting concern among people. Those manipulating a gene from one organism to another can also introduce a harmful gene for ulterior motive. Nothing stops an insane person from using the novel technology or biological warfare to wipe out certain people. The world must protect itself from this murderous insanity, not by shying away from using the technology, by adopting the foolproof strategy for the safe application of the technology in line with this thinking. Biosafety International Agreement called Cartagena Protocol was signed signed by 173 United Nations members countries to address safe transfer, handling, and the use of genetic modified organisms and their products. Thus, all GMO products in countries with a biosafety law go through a series of stringent food toxicity and environmental safety tests that include assessment of homology to known allergens and the toxins of the target genes.
I'm afraid we'll have to put the post.
Am I talking too much of English?
No, you have to put the post because it's time for us to take the news flash. So, and yes, so listener, you have to stay with us. So when we come back, we have gotten the GMOs crop. We're going to look at the Aboriginal seed in Nigeria and an attempt to build our agricultural sector. Don't go nowhere. Yes.
local. Do you really like it?
90.1
Badeggi Radio.
News. Get the latest news in Nigeria and the world on Badeggi Radio. We give you the latest updates and keep you informed 10 a.m. every morning with News Flash. Keep up with what is happening on the globe with news at 12 noon and get more information with news at 5 p.m. Get all you need to know in one place.
News.
A very wonderful good morning to you and welcome to Badeggi Radio News Flash. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin, has unveiled the reforms being proposed in the ongoing review of the 1999 Constitution to stakeholders in the southern region of Nigeria. Federal government has made a significant shift on the controversial issue of state police after President Bola Tinubu declared the possibility of working with the National Assembly to design a framework that guarantees local ownership while ensuring political neutrality. Northern Elders Forum (NEF) has urged President Bola Tinubu to immediately declare a state of emergency in northern Nigeria, citing escalating insecurity that has devastated lives, crippled economic activities, and threatened national stability. And that's the news flash. Thank you for listening, and do stay tuned by 12 noon for the full bulletin.
Throwback Thursday. Badeggi Radio.
Yes, listeners, you're welcome back to your favorite program, the Badeggi Radio Link. And like I told you, we are going to be looking at our own Aboriginal seedlings in the country in order to improve our agricultural sector. So Baba is ready to do justice to that, Baba. So take us...
you see, I've given you the literature.
Yes. Yes.
The technology.
Yes.
The biotechnology.
Yes.
The splitting of the gene,
yes.
Taking the gene of an animal and putting it in a plant, and taking the gene of spinach, alefo, and putting it in banana, on orange plant.
Yes.
You do understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
So, but when you come back to where were we in 1960s, at the time we were getting our independence, where were we in agriculture? There used to be agricultural research centers way back in 1950s. There was a rice research station in Badeggi set up in 1953, and then there was Department of Agriculture of Federal Ministry of it used to be just a Department of Agriculture, and that Department of Agriculture are more into regulating and selling and quality control of the raw materials that are being shipped from Nigeria to Europe to England. You have cotton, you have granite, and you have cocoa, and you have palm kernel. So most of these research institutes, the one in Umodike was looking into palm kernel research. There's such a research into palm kernel. The Research Institute, Syria Research, which used to be rice research, is now in Badeggi. They are looking into rice, but they added other series to it, like maize. But actually, they are not the main item. Their main goal was rice. So in 60s, there used to be a local rice. Rice, as you are seeing it, is not the rice we have today. Is not our Aboriginal rice. Our Aboriginal rice is plump, short, and they look like it looks like a guinea corn, look like kaura. Our local rice looks like a kaura. It's not the rice of today. The rice of today is like a marriage between our local rice and the rice from Asia, the Chinese variety, because the African rice have red shell. When you split it, it have the bran, the cover of the rice. When you peel the outer shell, when you peel the outer shell, what you see is the reddish cover of the rice the rice fruit. Rice is a fruit.
For the benefit of understanding the listeners, are you talking about the paddy rice or the real?
I'm talking about paddy rice.
Yes.
I'm talking about the paddy rice.
Yes.
When you remove the outer shell, the bran that cover the rice fruit. Let me call it fruit.
Yes.
The rice seed, the rice that we consume. You know what we are seeing now is polishing. They have polished it. They have polished the brown rice. Now the European rice, the Chinese rice is brown rice, and our Aboriginal rice is red rice.
Okay.
It's red.
Red.
And it's short and plump. It is fat. It's not slim. It's not like basmati. It's not slim. It's not long grain. It's short grain, fat and red. When you remove the outskirt, when you remove when you peel it,
The shell.
when you peel the out shell, it's red.
Okay.
So when you polish the red.
Okay.
But actually, we don't have polishers at initial stage. Our rice milling, before the introduce of the metal hullers from India, the initial rice mill that comes here are mostly the local rice millers are using Indian technology. Otherwise, the first integrated rice mill in Nigeria was set in Badeggi in 1941, and that mill was made from England. The mill was constructed, and the engine that drove that mill was a big plant by Ruston. And this Ruston have a shaft, a long shaft. And then it's driving this shaft, and all the different aspects of the milling is taking place simultaneously. That was in 1941. And then by 1942-43, as a result of Second World War, the coming of the American military to Kano, as a result of, and the Lagos, as a result of the German activities in Cameroon, and the German activities in North Africa, they introduced a variety of rice. They call it Guyana. It's from Ghana. They call it Ghana locally, but it's a Guyana. Because our local rice, it will take 6 months to harvest. It's 6 months, and it's not even responding to fertilizer. You don't need fertilizer for it. It's a traditional aquatic plant, domesticated over thousands of years ago.
So you mean when you plant it,
you leave it? No, it will grow, and the most of it are in the swamp. It's a swamp aquatic plant. It will germinate, and you harvest in 6 months. But they look at the scientists are looking that we need more rice, and this can take 6 months. Why can't you have rice in 3 months? So they now take our varieties, add the Asian varieties into it. They create another new varieties. They breed the new varieties. Eventually, we have lost our Aboriginal varieties. They only exist in seed banks. They don't cultivate it anymore. But around Wushishi, it is still being cultivated.
Our Aboriginal rice.
Aboriginal rice is cultivated.
And it's spending 6 months?
Somehow, environmental factors, and because Wushishi is using irrigated farm, the Rafin cow. I mean, is what do you call it? There is a irrigation scheme. Rafin cow, is it cow? Something like that. And it's in Wushishi, on the way to Kanko, from Wushishi, Bankogi, Kanko. You understand? Do you understand? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know.
There is an upper Niger irrigation scheme.
I know
in Wushishi.
I know.
Which is about 1,000 to 2,000 hectares.
Yes.
And that's why the locality there, the local people there are still growing rice on this area and the irrigation scheme. And then there, they had this local rice still in survival.
So you mean it's more nutritious?
It's not the question of, it's natural rice.
It's more natural.
It's no, because when a plant responds to nitrogen, like fertilizer and nitrogen, some rice, some modern rice, when you make tuwo or cook it, you are taking it. When you are eating it, you can smell the chemical, the fertilizer.
Of course, this is absolutely very, very correct.
You can smell the fertilizer in the rice. The chemistry of the accelerated growth is impacted by the chemicals. Are still the trace of NPK, nitrogen, urea, fertilizer, NPK is still potassium. Is still on the plant.
And the more
it concentrates in the plant, and when you cook it, you can smell it.
And when you cover it for a long time,
when you cover it for a long time, it disintegrates. It has no second-hand value. That means there is not. By next morning, you cannot cook it.
And have jekun with it.
Yes.
Double fire.
So, and again, when you look at it properly, most of the imported foreign rice are the rice that are no longer good for consumption. They are the third class rice written off. In fact, in Vietnam, Thailand, India, most of the rice they bring to this place for sale are low quality and are only good for animal feed or for ethanol alcohol production. You can produce alcohol with rice. You can ferment it and you can produce ethanol, industrial alcohol. So most of the rice they ship to us here is not fit for human consumption.
Okay, but for the greater benefit of achieving greater objectives on this program today, what rice will you advise people to go for? Because
no, you cannot. You see, you are poor. You are hungry.
You mean poor people?
You are poor. Listen. You are poor and you are hungry.
Okay.
So whatever they give you that can fill your stomach quickly, you take. The same thing with maize. Our local maize does not necessarily react to fertilizer, but simply Monsanto and the United States Agricultural Research that is in Ibadan, IITA International Tropical Agricultural Institute, IITA Ibadan. International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, IITA Ibadan, has done a lot of damage. If you are looking at it for a negative point, in altering our maize, because we used to have maize that is completely red. The Gwari people have it.
Yes.
The maize is red. The local maize is red, and what it does, it's organic, and it reacts to organic fertilizer. That means you normally plant maize around your dump, near your house, where you take when you sweep, when you pack all the rubbish in the house and you dump it outside, and we call it shepata in Nupe, Kuma Juji in Hausa. I don't know what they call it in Gwari, but outside your house, you clean the house and you dump your refuse. Now, that refuse dump outside your living quarters provide the they provide the natural fertilization. It's like organic. It's organic. It's not inorganic.
It's organic.
It's organic. It's like when you create. We used to do that in primary school. You cut plants and you dig a soil and you put all sort of plants and you cover it up. So that in the that is in rainy season, in dry season. In the rainy season, you can dig up this dump and use it as fertilizer. And it has a name. I've forgotten. It has a name. It's compost.
Compost, okay.
So we have maize that is genetically local, that has no any GM, not altered, but that one is facing out. We have okra. Accra, they call it Accra, they call it okra. Now we have stunt, those local ones that are traditionally, they will grow high. They are very high. But the genetically modified okra that we are now having is short. It's not more than a foot or and a half. And it grow quickly within 6 weeks. You are harvesting it. And that's why those are filling the market. In the dry season, okra is a rainy season product, but now you find it there. Yes. Tomatoes, there are tomatoes that are genetically altered. So any crop that has no seed is genetic. You can have tomatoes, no seed. You can have apple, no seed. You can have pumpkin, no seed, and you can have kankana. What do you call it? Watermelon, no seed. So any plant that you have and it has no seed, it's genetically modified. Because the seed you buy from the seed marketers, it's once when you plant it once, you cannot replant it. Now look at the maize. You buy maize from the maize companies that are selling genetically modified maize. You plant it. You can hardly replant it, unlike rice. But the yield, the first yield is higher. The second yield is lower. And that's why when you go to rural areas today, people are still looking for guari maize, different from government maize, government seed. There is those who still cannot plant government seed because government seed is GMO, genetically modified organism.
Papa, I want to assure you.
And these modifications, they are supposed to react quickly to chemicals like hydrogen, nitrogen, potassium, and NPK, urea.
Now, Baba, I want to assure you that as listeners listen to us, there are people that are ready to go to any lengths to get this because of the health and what.
Look, my friend,
for any problem that
you are really looking going back. Look, when you are looking for, look at beans. Our traditional beans have been driven out. Now, when you plant a beans, you have to spray chemicals. But our traditional beans, it's bigger. Do you see them again? They are very big. In fact, when we were growing up, we don't like our parents, our father to plant that beans because you will be picking beans throughout the dry season.
Yes.
It comes out in large quantity. So instead of our going to hunting and fishing in dry season, we will now remain on the farm picking beans. And it's big. It's quite big. It's not small. It's not tiny. It's very big. And the only way you can get that beans now is you go to Uganda.
Uganda.
Yes, Uganda.
So it's phased out of the country
completely. And in Uganda, you have more banana than even maize and corn. Why? When the missionaries came to Uganda, they want to stamp out alcohol, so they discourage the growth of maize and corn. Because of carbohydrate component of maize and corn, you can now make alcohol. So to stamp out maize and corn, they introduce banana, which they believe you cannot make alcohol from banana. And now they begin to use banana powder to make food. Do you know that there's a banana powder?
Yes, I know.
And now do you know that they can boil banana?
Yes.
And do you know that they can roast banana?
Of course.
Boli.
Yes.
It's all the idea of the colonialist.
Okay, Baba, because of time, very quickly now, because you have to provide a solution.
No, you see, farmer governor have advantage. God has given him advantage, if he's aware of it. Number one, he's very smart. Number two, is a lion heart. I call him Lion Heart. You know the book, The Richard the Lion Heart?
Yes, I know.
When you look at Bawo, he's smart. Lion Heart. When he fixes his eye on something, he go for it. No matter what, no matter the resistance, he'll continue to follow it up.
So what?
Now hold on.
I'm looking at time.
Do I owe you?
I'm looking at time.
Do I owe you?
No.
It's remained for the farmer governor now to go back to science and technology. There are seminars that always goes on in Australia and Zimbabwe that relates to millet and corn. then we can also work with Uganda to get the varieties of our natural peas from Uganda and plant here. There are seminars. Well, okay, there are also Sahel in not rice in Ivory Coast alone. In Senegal, there is always that seminar that relates to Sahelian environment, varieties of seed, of food, which mostly is cereals, which mostly is millet and corn. Varietal adaptation. You can look at all those elements and bring them here for varietal trial. You just, agriculture is not about growing food and sell. It's not about growing crops and selling. It's not about rice and maize and yam and selling. In fact, if you look even at yam, there is a lot of GMO that is going on yam, because our pakogi, our traditional yam, onicha, all these yams, in young bede, that is a rainy season yam, all the yam that we used to have, those nice yam that achibiri that you used to have has been wiped out. The giwa that is that is good for pounded yam is gone. Now we are having bunkos and boss. And then when you want to peel boss, if you don't take care, it will itch you. It's very itching. Boss is itching. Bankoshe is itching, but they grow big. They are big. So the original sokora that you have, you can eat sokora the next day. They call it salung. But now, if you allow your sokora to go through the next day, you had better throw it away.
Of course, I understand.
So the government have a lot to do. If they are ready to consult, and if they are calm, they have to be calm and look at things calmly and take decisions.
You know, because I look at Niger States as being one of the food basket of the nation.
Niger is.
Yes, sir.
Niger is. But you have to have the policy and the program. Okay. You have to have the food program. It's not about Niger food alone. You have to mobilize the rural cultivators to cultivate by giving them seed and fertilizer and giving them small soft loans, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. Small loan that they can use to till their soil.
So, Baba, you mean if they can trace back and go to these countries you just mentioned now and get these seeds and they come and support farmers, we can still have those glory back?
We can have our seed, but the numerical, in terms of quantity that you get, you can now label it organic. Okay. And in Europe, they prefer to consume organic. GM is banned in Europe, in most of the European countries. They don't allow it. But Africa, they say we are many and we are hungry, give them food. Whether it fill your stomach and eventually whether it create cancer.
It's not that thing again.
Yes, because there is that belief that GMO can cause cancer because it's a manipulated organism. It's a genetically modified organism. You too, you are an organism. It's the danger here is that are you going to be taking human gene and putting it in a cow gene, or you take a cow gene or a pig gene and put it in human? Do you crossbreed humans with animals? So there is moral, ethical issue, and that's why that science of genetics is being looked upon with a reserved concepts. Our governor had the opportunity. So if he's going to exploit the opportunity of the office and apply the opportunity he has to create more enabling environment to produce more food.
So you mean we can get this glory back? We just hope with this little Baba you have said, very large thing you have said here. We hope the government will actually take advantage of.
Okay, look at cassava. There is a variety of cassava developed by IITA, which has a lot of cyanide. If you take it raw, the cassava we know, our local cassava, which we used to call black stem, it's a cassava we go to the farm and uproot and cook. We can cook it, we can boil it, we can roast it. But this IITA variety, which is used in the high content of starch, and then they have to suck it in the process of making gari and then take cyanide out of it, on its own, even the cow animals, they don't eat. It's the waste of the cassava. Even the animal don't eat it. It's poisonous. They call it awan. Because if that cassava, we used to uproot cassava in the village and eat it raw.
Yes, eat it raw.
You dare not, because that cassava is very big in plant. It's very big, and they have the root. The root, which is cassava tapioca, is long, heavy. It's bigger, as if you are planting a yam. Don't dare eat it.
Yes.
You are playing with your life. There was somebody who went to farm to carry people to do farm work as Gaya. They went and root out some cassava, not knowing that cassava is supposed to be properly processed. And they cook it and ate. All of those who ate couldn't farm. They have to be rescued and taken to hospital.
That's too bad. Baba, very quickly, we have some Facebook messages here. We have this one coming from Mohammed Timothy. Baba talk there. He said, the People's Radio, I am watching you live from Lagos. Thank you very much, Mohammed Timothy. Another one coming from Umar Dangazmi said, GMO is prohibited in so many countries. Unfortunately, my country, Nigeria, is busy convincing its populace to consume poison. Why are we having unfortunate people as leaders? Ms. Junior Usman said, may God protect you all. Amen. Julius Samuel said, good morning, good job. Well done, Baba. Yes. We have another one coming from Ayena Junior. He said, good morning, the People Radio Badeggi. I am watching you live from Asaba, the Delta State. God bless people. Thank you very much for watching us there. Usman Abdullah said, good morning, Baba Badeggi Radio. You are doing excellent work and more power to your elbow. Thank you very much. Prince YKX, he said, hi. Thank you very much. Aboking Masoya Adam said, good morning, how are you? Thank you so very much, Baba. Very quickly, we have 2 minutes. Now, what would be your advice? Very quickly to the government.
My advice.
Yes.
Our able governor should calm down, get those who really know agriculture, bring them back, work with the Minister of Agriculture, work with the people who really know agriculture. No, don't politicize it. It's not politics. It's not a campaign mantra. And then do more into trials. Because when you were growing up, you have that agricultural trial. You will see a small plot of farm, you will put the Minister of Agriculture, they will plant a particular variety of demonstration. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't allow GMO people, the agric companies, the Monsantos, and the rest of that to take over our agric, to take over our food. Agribusiness by Europe and America is profit. They are not after your welfare. They are not after your health. They are after making money. It's another colonialism, neo-colonialism, where they are going to bring you seed that you must buy fertilizer from them to survive.
So, listeners, you've heard all it. You've heard it all from Baba. We have to apply a policy of damage control. The government must think back so that we can have our own Aboriginal seed and seedlings, so that we can protect ourselves from all these multinational agri company who will want to mortgage our life so that they will take us to where they want us to be, not where we want to be. Well, we want to appreciate our listener for taking your time to listen to this very important program, and for those of you who are been watching us on our Facebook page at Badeggi Radio 90.1 FM and at our YouTube channel at Badeggi Radio 90.1 TV, we want to appreciate you so very much. And for all of you who are equally watching us on other social media platforms, we want to appreciate you. Without you, we wouldn't be here. Thank you for always being there. From all of us here, I am Usman Apaya. Thank you for listening. God bless you, and goodbye for now.